Hello again. Thank you very much for joining me here on Movie Ninja. Today I'm actually going to be talking very briefly about a new Netflix series that caught my eye. Age of Samurai Battle for Japan. Now, Age of Samurai Battle for Japan primarily focuses on three key historical figures in Japanese history: Oda Nobunaga, Hideyoshi Toyotomi, and Tokugawa Ieyasu. Now, at a glance, or at least from the very limited knowledge that a Westerner has about these three figures, they're easy to characterize primarily as warlords. They're three guys that fought against each other, and eventually one came out on top, and that person's government would hold the framework of central Japan up until about the Meiji era. But the thing is that in the lives of these three figures, nothing was just that simple. They had ambitions and desires and whatnot, but they also had a lot of complex motivators behind that. And that's primarily what the series focuses on. And I found it very fascinating to get, finally, at least in docuseries form, finally get a series that talks about their struggles against their contemporaries, their trepid, begrudging alliances, and the various intrigues of their households and the intrigues of their friendships. None of these three men could really call themselves friends, and yet they had to. At least for as long as it was practical. Now, like I said, this is easily digestible. It's a 6-episode series, and it dedicates about two episodes per figure. Like I said, it's educational, it's economical, only six episodes, and it gives a very well-rounded view of their three political careers. And if you're anything like me, you enjoy samurai movies. Well, a lot of samurai movies focus during the era of at least one of these three rulers. And I think if you see the series, it'll act as a decent primer. Obviously, it's not the be-all, end-all of, Japanese history within this time frame that the series is located in, but it's good enough to provide a clear context for who these men were and why they did what they did in their various goals, their triumphs, their losses, and ultimately how they helped to form Japan into what would later become the unified central Japan that, as I mentioned before, be in place up until about the Meiji era, going into more to a more modern context. So, I recommend it. I think it was a great show, and it really, like I said, this is a kind of wish fulfillment series for me, because for years I had wanted something like this to come out of another history-focused channel, the History Channel, and they never really strayed too far away from Western history. Now, that being said, I mean, there's nothing on the surface, there's nothing really wrong with that, but there wasn't a whole lot of variety. Let's be honest. There wasn't a whole lot of variety in the 90s, primarily focusing on history from the United States, the United Kingdom, Europe, and if they were feeling adventurous, Eastern Europe. Aside from that, they didn't really talk about the histories of Asia, which, after seeing this, I hope they do talk about more Asian histories and certain key figures therein, because I feel like in the West we did lose out on that exposure, So, anyways, like I said, this is my recommendation for Netflix Age of the Samurai Battle for Japan. I think if you even have a vague inkling of an interest in Japanese history, if you have an interest in samurai themed cinema, I think this will help to put certain characters, certain events, certain directors in a historical context. And this also will go along as a sibling recommendation with another review I'm going to come out with later this week. But still, nonetheless, at least give it a watch. Just check it out and see that this is the type of docuseries that we need more of. Thank you, Netflix. So, anyways, they have no idea who I am. I'm not getting any any kind of kickbacks from them. But like I said, I saw this show. It's very well done, very good production value, and the experts are very thorough in their investigation and discussion about the interlinked rivalries of these people. So, yep, there we go. At the risk of being redundant, I'll just leave it at that for now. Please do yourself a favor and watch Age of Samurai: Battle for Japan. Thank you very much for joining me here on Movie Ninja, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.